In the quiet hours, when the world exhales and all distraction fades, there exists a moment pregnant with possibility. A moment when the mind is free to reach beyond circumstance, beyond limitation, and to touch the latent greatness within. It is in these moments that your soul whispers its truth, that life is not a matter of luck, of timing, or of external approval, but of alignment. Alignment between your thought, your belief, your action, and your unwavering commitment to a vision that no one else yet sees. And in that alignment, the impossible begins to bend. Mountains yield, doors open. The horizon that once seemed distant becomes the stage upon which you will rise. Your mindset, above all else, determines the scope of your reality. It is the invisible lens through which all experiences are filtered. It shapes perception, fuels ambition, and ultimately dictates the quality of your life. Consider the stillness of a mind trained to see opportunity, even in what others call failure. Consider the power of thoughts, deliberately chosen, cultivated, and repeated until they no longer are mere notions, but commands to the universe. The giants of history, those who moved humanity forward, those whose names echo through time, understood this truth. They were not guided solely by circumstance or intelligence. They were guided by a certainty in their minds, a conviction that their vision was not only possible, but inevitable, because it had first taken root in the fertile ground of belief. Belief is the fuel of achievement. It is the force that transmutes intention into reality. Without belief, vision becomes a ghost, and dreams dissolve into the ether of excuses. But when belief takes hold, the world begins to rearrange itself to accommodate the vision it once dismissed. Christ, whose life became a symbol of faith manifested into action, understood that reality bends before the intensity of unwavering conviction. He moved through the world, not in arrogance, but in absolute clarity of purpose, illustrating that the power to transform circumstances always resides within the human spirit, when fully awakened and directed. And from belief emerges vision, the capacity to see what does not yet exist, with such clarity that it begins to influence every choice, every decision, every subtle movement of your life. Vision is more than imagination. It is a blueprint, a compass, a call to action that persists even when the night seems long and the path obscured. Vision is what allows a person to walk through adversity with the serene confidence of one who knows that every step is purposeful, every struggle a necessary part of a greater design. It is the force that turns a humble beginning into a legendary achievement. It is the spark that sets the heart ablaze and the mind in motion toward greatness. Clarity follows vision, because to act without clarity is to wander. Clarity is the discipline of seeing through the fog of confusion, the courage to distinguish between what matters and what distracts, the insight to recognize that every choice has weight and consequence. Clarity is the light that illuminates the road ahead when shadows gather at the periphery. Without it, effort scatters, potential leaks, and dreams wither. With it, effort is concentrated, purpose is sharpened, and your entire being becomes a precision instrument of creation. Clarity is the lens through which the invisible becomes visible, and the possible becomes inevitable. Purpose anchors the soul to this vision. Purpose is not a fleeting desire. It is a sacred commitment to the highest version of oneself. Purpose does not yield to doubt or circumstance. It persists when others falter. Purpose is the quiet fire that burns through the storms of life, the unwavering beacon that calls you forward when fatigue and fear would tempt you to stop. Every great achievement in history, every legacy that endures beyond the passing of a lifetime, is rooted in purpose. Purpose is the bridge between what is and what could be, the channel through which thought, belief, and action converge to create reality. And purpose demands discipline. Discipline is the daily act of aligning every thought, every action, every moment with the vision you have claimed as your own. Discipline is not restriction. It is liberation, the freedom to become who you were always meant to be. Discipline turns fleeting inspiration into sustainable progress. It converts hope into strategy, and strategy into results. It is the unseen labor behind every monumental achievement, the invisible scaffolding that holds greatness aloft, while the world marvels at the structure. Without discipline, even the most brilliant vision falters. With discipline, even the humblest beginnings transform into enduring legacies. Persistence rises hand in hand with discipline, for the journey from desire to achievement is rarely smooth. Persistence is the refusal to surrender when obstacles loom. It is the strength to continue when failure whispers that the effort is futile. It is the steady heartbeat that drives you forward when the world offers only resistance. Persistence is the measure of true courage, the courage not to start, but to endure. It is what separates those who merely wish from those who achieve. History remembers not the fleeting brilliance, but the enduring flame, sustained against the wind, unbowed by doubt, unbroken by delay. And as persistence carries you through the moments when the world seems indifferent, when the hours stretch long, and the path ahead appears unyielding, you begin to understand the deeper law of life, that nothing of true value arrives without steadfast effort, without the patient cultivation of mind, heart, and spirit. The universe does not reward the hesitant, the wavering, or the half-hearted. It responds to clarity, aligned with action, to purpose reinforced by courage, to belief tempered in the fire of consistency. This is the quiet yet undeniable truth that every visionary has discovered. Those who have moved mountains, transformed societies, and created legacies that endure. And as your understanding deepens, gratitude rises within you, not the shallow gratitude that flutters with convenience, but the profound, unwavering recognition that life itself is abundant, that each trial is a teacher, each victory a signal, each breath a gift. Gratitude shifts perception. It turns scarcity into sufficiency, struggle into opportunity, challenge into a ladder toward higher awareness. Gratitude is the bridge between the life you have and the life you are creating. It dissolves resentment, softens fear, and nourishes the soul in ways no external reward ever could. When gratitude becomes the language of your inner world, the outer world begins to respond in kind, aligning circumstances with your expanded awareness. Through gratitude, adaptability emerges. Life is in constant motion, and to resist its natural flow is to invite frustration and limitation. Adaptability is not surrender. It is mastery. It is the capacity to bend without breaking, to redirect energy without abandoning purpose, to adjust without losing sight of vision. It is what allows the great figures of history to navigate turbulence with grace, to transform setbacks into strategy, and to perceive opportunity where others see only obstacle. Adaptability is the silent strength that preserves momentum and nurtures growth in all seasons of life. When you cultivate adaptability, you are no longer a passenger of circumstance. You are the navigator of your destiny, and within this flexibility, inner resilience takes root. Resilience is not simply enduring hardship. It is the capacity to rise from it stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. It is the quiet authority that grows from repeated triumph over fear, disappointment, and doubt. Resilience teaches that failure is not defeat, but feedback, that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a realignment towards something greater. With resilience, your spirit becomes unshakable, your confidence unassailable, your purpose unbreakable. The storms of life no longer intimidate. They refine. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become stepping stones to the heights you are destined to reach. And as resilience strengthens, transformation begins to accelerate. Transformation is the unveiling of what has always been within you. The courage, the wisdom, the clarity, the power you possessed, but did not yet fully recognize. Transformation is the shedding of limitations imposed by fear or habit. It is the quiet, relentless rise of your potential into manifestation. Each thought chosen with intention, each action taken with purpose, each day lived with discipline and gratitude contributes to this unfolding. You are becoming not someone different, but the truest version of yourself, a version capable of creating wealth, success, and joy as natural expressions of inner mastery. And now, as your inner mastery crystallizes, wealth appears, not as a mere accumulation of material things, but as a reflection of the life you have meticulously cultivated within. Real wealth is the harmony of thought, belief, and action aligned with vision. Real success is the demonstration of inner authority externalized. Real joy is the quiet satisfaction of living in integrity with your highest self. When these forces converge, the world bends gently to your influence. Opportunities that once seemed elusive emerge as natural extensions of your aligned energy. Doors open where you once saw walls. Connections form where isolation once seemed permanent. Life responds to the magnetism of mastery, the momentum of persistence, the clarity of vision, and the radiance of gratitude. Now feel this shift fully. Let it settle in your bones, in your breath, in the silent spaces behind your eyes. You are no longer the person who hesitated at the edge of possibility. You are no longer constrained by uncertainty, doubt, or fear. You are the living embodiment of purpose realized, belief acted upon, discipline mastered, and resilience cultivated. You carry within you the same principles that guided the greatest figures in history. Christ, whose quiet authority transformed a world. Edison, whose relentless experimentation illuminated the night. Lincoln, whose unwavering conviction reshaped a nation. Their lives were not miracles in isolation. They were illustrations of universal laws of thought, action, and persistent alignment with vision. And those laws are alive within you now. Every breath you take is a testament to your emerging power. Every decision you make is an affirmation of your clarity. Every thought you cultivate is a brick in the foundation of the life you are constructing. You are not waiting for fortune. You are creating it. You are not hoping for opportunity. You are magnetizing it. You are not wishing for transformation. You are embodying it. The journey from wishes to achievements is no longer abstract. It is tangible. It is alive. It is flowing through every fiber of your being. And as gratitude settles into the core of your being, it awakens adaptability, the quiet strength that allows you to navigate life's shifting terrain with ease and grace. Adaptability is not compromise, nor is it surrender. It is mastery, the ability to bend without breaking, to pivot without losing alignment, to flow with the currents of change, while remaining anchored in purpose. Life will never move exactly as you anticipate. It is a living, breathing force, unpredictable and powerful. But the adaptable mind transforms obstacles into opportunity, recalibrates strategies without hesitation, and finds new avenues where others see dead ends. Adaptability is the mark of one who has truly understood that the path to achievement is never linear, and that true power lies not in resisting change, but in harnessing it. From adaptability flows resilience, that inner fortitude that no storm can destroy. Resilience is the quiet proof of the human spirit's invincibility. It is not merely enduring hardship, but transforming it into fuel for growth. Each disappointment, each failure, each moment of doubt is absorbed and transmuted into wisdom, courage, and strength. Resilience is the armor of the soul, forged in the fires of experience, polished by reflection, and strengthened by unwavering commitment to purpose. Those who possess resilience do not merely survive adversity, they rise above it, renewed, empowered, and more capable than before. It is resilience that allows vision to remain vivid, discipline to remain steadfast, and belief to remain unshaken in the face of challenge. And within resilience, transformation blooms. Transformation is the quiet, unstoppable process by which the life you imagine begins to emerge from the one you inhabit. It is not a change imposed from without, but a revelation arising from within. It is the shedding of limitations, the release of old identities, the unveiling of capacities long dormant. Transformation is the moment when thought, belief, vision, discipline, persistence, gratitude, adaptability, and resilience converge to produce a new reality, a life that reflects the full measure of your potential. Every act of courage, every decision made in alignment with your highest self, Every step taken in faith contributes to this transformation. You are becoming the person who commands your destiny rather than one who is swept along by it. And as transformation consolidates, wealth and success begin to manifest, not as random luck or fleeting circumstance, but as inevitable results of the mastery you have cultivated within. Real wealth is the expression of clarity, purpose, and inner authority. It is the outward reflection of a mind disciplined, a spirit persistent, a heart grateful, and a soul resilient. Success in its truest form is not measured by the applause of others, the accumulation of possessions, or the fleeting satisfaction of achievement, but by the conscious alignment of thought, emotion, and action. When you master your inner world, the outer world responds naturally. Opportunities, abundance, influence, and fulfillment flow effortlessly toward you because you have become a magnet for everything you were designed to attract. And now, feel the magnitude of what you have become. Every fiber of your being resonates with the truth that you are no longer defined by wishes or idle dreams. You are the living embodiment of vision transformed into reality, belief acted upon, discipline practiced, persistence maintained, gratitude embraced, adaptability mastered, resilience honed, and transformation realized. You carry within you the same principles that guided the lives of those whose names echo through history, those whose influence reshaped nations, communities, and humanity itself. Their stories are not distant myths. They are reflections of universal laws at work, laws that are alive within you today. Breathe deeply and allow this presence to expand within you. The weight of doubt, the shadows of hesitation, the illusions of limitation, they fall away, leaving clarity, purpose, and inner authority fully revealed. You are prepared now to step into your life with the quiet confidence of one who has done the work, endured the trials, and mastered the principles that convert wishes into achievements. You are no longer seeking validation from outside. You are the validation. You are no longer hoping for opportunity. You are the creator of opportunity. You are no longer waiting for transformation. You are the transformation. Every action you take henceforth, every decision, every thought, every intention, carries the power of this awareness. You move not from fear, not from doubt, not from the fleeting distractions of the world, but from the center of a mind, heart, and spirit aligned with the highest vision of yourself. And in this alignment, you become unstoppable. Life ceases to be a series of random events. It becomes a canvas upon which your mastery, your courage, your purpose, and your clarity paint a reality worthy of your deepest potential. Whenever you are ready, I can continue seamlessly into the next segment, carrying this voice ever higher toward the climactic realization of stepping fully from wishes into achievement. And as this truth settles deep within you, you begin to feel the immensity of your own power, the quiet yet undeniable authority that comes from mastering the inner world. Every thought you nurture now is intentional, every action deliberate, every moment infused with purpose. You realize that life does not demand perfection. It demands presence. It demands courage. It demands the willingness to stand unwavering in the face of uncertainty. The giants of history, Christ, Edison, Lincoln, those whose lives became symbols of mastery and transformation, did not wait for conditions to be perfect. They acted with conviction in imperfect circumstances, and it was precisely that steadfast action, rooted in belief and aligned with vision, that produced extraordinary results. You are no different. The same laws that moved them are alive within you, and the same potential resides in the choices you make today. And now, as clarity, belief, and purpose converge within you, your vision becomes a living force. It is no longer a distant dream or abstract aspiration. It pulses in your veins, resonates in your mind, and whispers insistently to your spirit. This vision demands attention. It demands action. It cannot be ignored without consequence. Each step you take, guided by this vision, propels you toward achievement, drawing into your life the resources, connections, and opportunities that are its natural companions. Vision is magnetic. Vision is inexorable. Vision is the bridge between desire and reality, between what is wished for and what is achieved. Discipline now carries the rhythm of your transformation. Every choice is aligned, every habit honed, every moment consciously directed toward what matters most. Discipline is no longer a constraint. It is liberation. It is the engine of your becoming, the silent architecture that supports your emerging life. Without discipline, even the brightest spark of vision falters. With discipline, even the humblest beginning can grow into something monumental, enduring, and profoundly impactful. You feel it now, the quiet, steady power of discipline moving within you, synchronizing with belief, clarity, and vision to create a momentum that cannot be stopped. Persistence walks beside discipline like a faithful companion. It is the steady heartbeat of your journey, the unwavering pulse that continues when doubt threatens, when fear lingers, when progress seems imperceptible. Persistence teaches the body, the mind, and the spirit that giving up is not an option, that the world bends before sustained effort, that the impossible is simply the untried made manifest through relentless action. With persistence, every challenge becomes a teacher, every obstacle a ladder, every setback a calibration for greater achievement. Persistence ensures that your vision is not fleeting but enduring, that your dreams are not abandoned but realized. Gratitude rises, quiet and profound, illuminating the terrain of your mind and heart. Gratitude transforms every circumstance into a gift, every challenge into opportunity, every loss into lesson. It expands your perception, allowing you to see the hidden abundance that surrounds you, the resources and possibilities that were always present but overlooked. Gratitude is not a passive feeling. It is an active force that multiplies your power, aligns you with opportunity, and strengthens resilience. It is the lens through which scarcity becomes sufficiency, fear becomes courage, and life becomes a sacred dance of possibility. And through gratitude, adaptability emerges naturally, the capacity to flow with the currents of life without losing your center. Change is inevitable. Circumstance is unpredictable. Those who succeed are those who bend without breaking, who recalibrate without hesitation, who see opportunity in disruption rather than threat. Adaptability is strength refined through insight, courage, and awareness. It is the mark of mastery, the quality that allows the great to persist when the world shifts, to thrive when conditions fluctuate, and to turn apparent defeat into an opening for unprecedented achievement. Resilience takes root, deep and unshakable, in this fertile soil of belief, vision, discipline, persistence, gratitude, and adaptability. Resilience is not simply endurance. It is triumph over every shadow of limitation, a rising from every fall with renewed strength, wisdom, and courage. Resilience is the silent authority within that ensures your path remains clear, your heart remains courageous, your purpose remains unwavering. The storms of life no longer intimidate you. They refine you. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable now become the very steps upon which your greatness is built. And now, as transformation unfolds fully, you can see the results of inner mastery manifesting in every dimension of your life. Wealth, success, joy, they are no longer distant goals or uncertain prizes. They are the natural expressions of the mind, heart, and spirit operating in perfect alignment. Real wealth is the reflection of clarity, discipline, and purpose. Real success is the mirror of resilience, persistence, and vision. Real joy is the echo of gratitude and inner freedom. These are not things to be pursued externally. They are realities that emerge naturally when mastery is cultivated within. You are now ready to step fully into this life of achievement, to claim the reality that your mind, heart, and spirit have been preparing for. You are no longer the person who merely wishes. You are the person who acts. You are no longer the person who hesitates. You are the person who moves with unwavering conviction. You are no longer the person who waits for circumstances to change. You are the person who commands circumstances to serve your purpose. Every breath, every thought, every action now carries the weight of mastery, the authority of belief, and the momentum of persistent aligned action. And now, as the rhythm of your being aligns with the eternal laws of thought, belief, and action, You feel the weight of hesitation dissolve. The shadows of doubt, once lingering at the edges of your mind, are now eclipsed by the brilliance of certainty. You understand, with profound clarity, that the life you desire is not a matter of luck, timing, or permission. It is the inevitable result of the mind, heart, and spirit fully aligned. You are not waiting for miracles. You are the miracle. You are not hoping for opportunity. You are the force that creates it. You are not wishing for transformation. You are the living embodiment of transformation itself. And as this realization deepens, you sense the universe wanting to meet you, not through coercion, but through the irresistible magnetism of your aligned energy. Every obstacle, every challenge, every difficulty becomes a teacher, a guide, a calibration. Nothing exists outside your capacity to master it, to learn from it, to turn it into fuel for the ascent. Christ, whose life exemplified unwavering purpose, relentless belief, and transformative action, walked this same path. The storms he faced were real, the opposition relentless, yet his clarity, his vision, and his faith created a force that moved nations, reshaped hearts, and left a legacy eternal. And that same power, the same law, is alive within you now. Vision flows effortlessly into clarity, allowing you to perceive opportunities invisible to those who are distracted, indecisive, or timid. Every decision you make is precise, intentional, and charged with purpose. The path that once seemed uncertain now unfolds like a river, guided by an invisible hand, each bend, each current, each rapid revealing itself in perfect time. You understand that clarity is the lens through which all achievement is filtered, and that without it, even the grandest dream falters. With clarity, however, effort is amplified, and folds are reframed, and destiny is no longer distant. It is present, palpable, and within your grasp. Purpose asserts itself fully, no longer a whisper, but a roaring fire in your chest. Purpose is the force that turns labor into legacy, struggle into triumph, and vision into Every heartbeat resonates with its rhythm. Every action harmonizes with its demand. Discipline, once a tool, is now a way of being, a rhythm of existence, a deliberate orchestration of mind and body, in service of the vision. Every repetition, every ritual, every intentional act compounds, building an invisible architecture that supports not just achievement, but the fullness of a life lived in mastery. Persistence marches forward, unshakable and relentless. The world may resist, circumstances may shift, obstacles may appear insurmountable, but your persistence is a river carving through rock, a wind reshaping the landscape, a force of nature that cannot be denied. Each setback is absorbed, each challenge transformed into momentum, each failure refined into wisdom. Persistence teaches the heart courage, the mind strategy, and the soul endurance. It ensures that vision is not abandoned, that belief is not shaken, and that purpose is not deferred. Gratitude flows through every thought, expanding perception and magnifying power. Gratitude illuminates the unseen, reveals hidden resources, and aligns energy with abundance. It transforms limitation into possibility, scarcity into sufficiency, and struggle into preparation. Gratitude is the secret catalyst that multiplies all other qualities, discipline, persistence, clarity, vision, until they converge into an unstoppable force of creation. In gratitude, you recognize that life itself, in all its complexity, is a partner in your ascent, a co-creator aligned with your highest intentions. Through adaptability, you move seamlessly with the currents of change. You bend, but do not break. You adjust, without losing your course. You transform every challenge into a new avenue for growth, turning disruption into leverage, chaos into strategy, and uncertainty into opportunity. Adaptability ensures that momentum is preserved, that progress continues, and that your vision remains unstoppable, even when life itself shifts beneath your feet. Resilience rises, unshakable and radiant. Every blow, every hardship, every moment that once threatened to stop you now fuels your ascent. Resilience is not Resilience is not passive. It is a declaration, a living statement of sovereignty over your destiny. You rise each time, stronger, wiser, more capable, more certain of your purpose. No storm can deter you. No shadow can obscure your path. You are anchored in truth, empowered by mastery, and propelled by forces, eternal and undeniable. And now, as transformation reaches its apex, you step fully into the life you were born to create. Wealth, success, joy, fulfillment, they are not distant. They are present, natural and inevitable. They are the reflections of an inner world mastered, a mind aligned, a heart courageous, a spirit persistent, and a soul grateful. You are no longer defined by wishes, hopes, or longing. You are defined by action, conviction, and you are not a spectator of life. You are its author, its architect, its living expression. And so, breathe deeply, feel the weight of your own power, and step forward into the light of achievement. Step forward into the certainty of purpose fulfilled. Step forward as the person who does not wait, who does not but acts boldly, moves relentlessly, and creates without hesitation. You have crossed from wishes to achievements. You have claimed your vision, embodied your purpose, and mastered your inner world. Now, the life you were meant to live unfolds before you, radiant, limitless, unstoppable, and eternal. This is the culmination of your journey, not an end, but the beginning of a life lived with absolute mastery, unwavering belief, and unshakable joy. You are ready, you are capable, you are unstoppable, and the world now rises to meet the magnitude of your being.